I just filmed an entire vlog and I lost it because my mic died in the middle of it. Well, anyways, we're going to restart. But today we're going to talk about nervous system compatibility because it's fucking interesting. One of my friends called me earlier today and was talking to me about her boy problems. And she was like, why does this story keep happening? Since the beginning of time, I've been talking to this guy for 2 years. He wants me to move to another country, get married to him, and then he comes back and he's here for 2 weeks. I only see him once, and then now he doesn't want to speak to me anymore. My first question is, I'm like, do you have an anxious attachment style? She's like, yes. I was like, does he have an avoidant attachment style? And she was like, yes. I was like, well, there's your answer. And she's like, well, why does this keep fucking happening to everybody? Me, and it seems like every single person that I know. And I'm like, well, it's familiarity. We're young, and we haven't learned how to search for the proper lover yet. We are attracted to what is familiar to us, and we're trying to patch the hole to the thing that is familiar to us, which is what our parentals caused us. So if you're a guy, you tend to have mommy issues, so you look for these anxious lovers who are very caring, sweet, kind, but are overwhelming, and you are searching for what your mother wasn't able to provide for you. However, once that girl provides that to you, it is way too overwhelming for you, and you're not able to handle it, so you push them away. Same thing with the girl looking for the guy because she has daddy issues. It's to what is familiar to her. So when the guy is avoidant, but all of a sudden he's the knight in shining armor and he can change and he's gonna be okay, meanwhile he disappears for 3 days and then comes back and, it wants to have sex again, and then once the level of intimacy goes down, he's like, oh yeah, I want to be with you, and then once you guys get close together, get the fuck away from me. Like, it's just what's familiar to you. Like, Freud was right, in a sense. That's not saying you want to fuck your parents, but it's what the cycle is familiar to you. That's why secure people who don't have that hole within them don't search for those partners. That's why these people who have these problems somehow keep miraculously finding these people that secure people have never met in their lives. It's a sense. It's like a spidey sense. I mean, I have a wounded bird fascination. Like, I can walk into a coffee shop or walk into a bar and lock eyes with somebody, and I know immediately whether or not they have an anxious avoidant attachment style. I can sense it. I can smell it. It's like a fucking power level that I have within my brain. And most people have that. You just don't know whether you or not you sense it. It's just something that is like engraved in you because it's that thing that you feel that you're missing. And she was like, well, how do you get rid of that? And I'm like, well, it's not necessarily something that you get rid of. It's something that you learn to get out of. It's one of those situations that once, ideally, in a perfect world, that hole that parent provided to you disappears or is filled, essentially, by self-love, by friendship, by hobbies, by you chasing your creative goals, gets filled, you no longer will search or need a person that acts like that. And she's like, so you're telling me I really do have to work on myself in order to do this? And I'm like, yes, exactly. And she's like, fuck. I'm like, yeah, that's the reality of the situation. So it's just innate. It's one of those situations where if you're a wounded bird, you're more than likely going to attract wounded birds. If you're secure, you're going to attract secure people. You send out these messages, and it's like people show you who they are within the first time that you meet them. It's whether or not you decide to listen to it. And your body knows. Your body can tell. It's whether or not you decide to listen to your body or you listen to your brain try to rationalize things. But most people with insecure attachment styles, they will convince themselves of any single reason why to continue staying in that situation. That's why, like, for example, my ex-girlfriend and I, we broke up 4 times before we decided to actually call it quits. Like, I kept dating the same person over and over and over again. Now, ideally, I take this time, work on myself. Who knows, it might take fucking 5 years before I figure it out, or never. And I don't plan on keep fucking dating anxious attachment style people for the rest of my life. I realized, I don't know I don't know if this is something that I've grown into or I just never realized, but the same like physical symptoms that I get when I am in a relationship with an anxious attachment style people, I'm starting to get those within friendships. Like I sense it. I feel it. Those headaches, the stomach aches, the quick fucking fast pacedness that I get when I'm around these people is really interesting. Like if I really noticed it, and it sucks because I like cut one of my older friends off who was supposed to move to Los Angeles with me because he triggered my attachment style, which sucks because I really love the guy. But same thing, like I really love my ex-girlfriend, but I was not able to be with her. But, you know, when I'm with my brother, I don't give a fuck about anything. Like there's nothing for me to worry about. There's nothing for me to care about. I don't feel like I have to think about the way that I conduct myself or whatever, like cuz my brother is, I mean, he's I think avoidant. Like if I had to guess, that's what he is. So, anxious, whatever, doesn't matter. But same thing, like when I talk to my dad, I get those things when I talk to my mom because she's anxious. She fucking rips my heart up when I speak to her. So I try to limit the amount of time that I speak to anxious people because I'm also an HSP. So HSPs feel shit. I'm saying way too much shit. Like if you watch this shit, you're like, God damn, you overthinking motherfucker. Or am I just philosophical and smart? Anyways. But no, like, that's the reality of the situation. Like, everybody needs an outlet, and everybody needs a way to be creative. There's always the right person for somebody. It's just, you have to recognize whether or not you fucking fit. Because it's like, if you are a secure, or actually, let's put it this way. Say avoidant meets anxious. Avoidant meets avoidant. You never cross paths. Secure meets secure meets anxious. It's possible. It's a lot easier than, because you have to go there. There's a lot more ground to match up. That's why most people need a secure person. The problem is, if you're a secure person, you probably don't want to date an anxious or an avoidant person. That's just the nature of the fucking game. So, I don't know, like, grow, motherfucker. And I'm speaking to myself through this shit. But, yeah, it's a really, like, fascinating world when you look at it. Like, we're all just fucking chemicals. We're all just chemicals that are walking around that leech off of each other and are able to fucking fill some whatever with things. It's fucking strange, man. Like, I was looking into drugs and looking into, like, fucking antidepressants and shit, and the idea of it is unbelievable because I don't know if I believe in the chemical imbalance theory. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's, like, proven to be false, but like an NDRI, SSRI, like those kinds of shits, I just think, now this doesn't go for every single person, don't get me wrong, but it's like, oh, you have to take an SSRI because you're uncomfortable with where you are at in your life, so you are more comfortable with the shitty position that you're not in, or the shitty position that you're in. Or you have to take an NDRI to be more comfortable in this shitty position that you're in. Like, it's isn't that weird? You know what I mean? Like, shouldn't you be, in an ideal world, shouldn't you be in a position where you shouldn't fucking care enough to need it, or the stakes aren't high enough for you to need it? Like, there's a reason why in America we have the most fucking antidepressants that are given out in this planet, because nobody, it seems like, is fucking happy. Nobody is where they want to be at within their lives. And it's like, seriously, when you really fucking look at it, why wouldn't you want to take something that boosts your fucking dopamine? Wellbutrin or something. Like, or why wouldn't you want to take something that boosts your serotonin? If I can fucking take this pill and not feel this anxiety, you know how much harder it is to actually put in the fucking work in order to really not need it? Now, don't get me wrong, you need the drug in order sometimes to get you to that point. That I agree with. I don't agree with the people that just take it because it makes them feel more comfortable with the shitty position that they're at in their lives, to not make a difference. I think if you use it as a tool, I think it's fucking phenomenal. But I think, yeah, like same thing. I started taking PPIs again because of my gastritis, but I'm taking it because in my mind it makes it so much easier for me to actually follow the dietary restrictions that I need to follow because the symptoms are lower. So when the symptoms are bad, I feel more inclined to eat shitty foods because then that pain is there, so I want to mask that pain with shitty foods, then creating the cycle. When I take the PPI, essentially it lowers the pain regardless, so I don't feel the need to eat those shitty foods. I think that's a great reason to take it. Same thing with an SSRI. That's the ideally way. That's why it's like an SSRI plus therapy make it work better. I'm fucking yapping right now. But like, I really like the idea of that, but it's like, you actually have to want to make the change happen in the first place. And it's like, I guess that's where I'm sort of kind of confused with existence. And that's where I'm kind of confused with like my attachment style and, you know, anxious people or avoidant people. It's like, do you avoid these people forever? Or do you limit your time with them so you feel more comfortable around these people? Because it's like, is it a learned behavior to not let these people affect you, essentially? Like, if you're, like, in an ideal world, how I envision it is like a secure person. Once you're secure, it shouldn't matter whether or not somebody's anxious or avoidant. They shouldn't throw you off of your fucking spiral, right? But I also think in the same way with my stomach. Like, since I have gastritis, I think my way of thinking of the situation is like, okay, say I have an inflamed stomach lining for the rest of my life. Like, am I just supposed to avoid pizza? Even though I love pizza, like pizza is my favorite food, am I supposed to avoid pizza for the rest of my life? Or like, say I keep eating these healthy foods, I'm allowed to treat myself to pizza every once in a while, but if I have too much pizza, then it fucks me up and I flare. You know what I mean? So is it the same fucking situation? So I like that. I'm thinking kind of a lot about, and that I'm sort of trying to find an answer for within therapy. And I don't know if there necessarily is an answer to that. I feel like, but you don't want to avoid something that makes you uncomfortable. So I'm switching therapists. I'm switching to ERP, which is exposure reaction something P. I don't know what the fucking P stands for, but I always thought I had OCD growing up because if I found myself like in a loop, I wasn't able to get out of it. Like, it would just go, if I even thought about going into it, bro, I'm in a fucking spiral. Which I feel like most people with anxiety are able to kind of like, oh yeah, like, relax, breathe, do your fucking box breathing. That shit don't work for me, motherfucker. So, I need to expose myself to my horrifying, intrusive thoughts. Which is weird, because I feel like the idea of it doesn't scare me until it's scary. Because, god damn, that shit is fucked up. Yo, real quick, sorry, I'm yapping, but it is kind of crazy that, like, the gold standard for OCD treatment is, like, psychological torture. Like, it is actually putting yourself through what your biggest fear is in order to, like, make you not afraid of that fear. Like, it is dead-ass torture. So, I mean, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to fucking stop feeling like an anxious fuck. So, I'm ready for anything. But, Jesus Christ. So, I really am starting to see, like, the beauty in life. Like, the beauty of learning and the beauty of losing friends, of gaining friends, of finding a way to figure your own shit out. It's like, it's not beautiful in the moment when you're fucking stressed out, anxious, lying in your bed, freaking the fuck out. But once you create the structure and discipline to the point where, like, there is no motivation that needs to be involved because you're gonna do it regardless of how you feel, I do think there's a beauty in that. And then once you keep doing that over time, it's like life itself is ERP. Like, life itself is exposure reaction therapy. because it's, if you keep exposing yourself, ideally in a perfect world, to the same thing over and over and over again, it should go down. But then I felt the same way. Like, I thought that's how I would feel within relationships with anxious people, but it doesn't seem to work that way. It's like, if I keep exposing myself to, anxious attachment people, oh my god, it just fucking fucks me up. But I think there's a way to do it. Like, I think if you just jump in immediately, it's not the best way. It's like, okay, easy, stop, easy, stop, easy, stop, easy, stop, easy, stop. And then, get to the point where it doesn't matter anymore, so. Fascinating. This is my brain on fucking cherry cola Celsius, so my shit be moving. But I like when my shit be moving. My shit be jumping. Trap jumping like Jordan. I mean, trap jumping like Ja. But yeah, so I actually, like, my thing today was, my goal today was, like, actually creating a structure, like a schedule for myself. So, like, work for Brightside a certain amount of times a day, send emails a certain amount of hours a day, try to, like, create my Alper production shit a certain, whatever a day, Alper film. So it's like, it's ultimately discipline. That's what I'm trying to create within myself. It's, like, the ability to fire yourself, the ability to hire yourself. Like, would you want yourself to work for you? And that's kind of what the, I'm sort of looking at myself as, and it's like, I ain't gonna lie, I'd fire myself, so I can't be a client that I'd fire. I got it, because my shit's great. My work is amazing. But I'm so inconsistent. So, there's such a beauty in life. It really is. Anyways, I'm gonna go upload this, because I'm sitting outside of the Diamond Bar Library. It's so fucking beautiful in here. And I'm gonna go lock in, so. YVL, motherfuckers! I tried to have my mom buy me the white YVL hat, and the Overly Trim website got shut down. I'm fucking pissed. Come on, Cardi, put that shit back up, gang. Anyways, I'll catch y'all. Go listen to, what song have I been listening? I listen to a lot of Leve. I don't know why. I do know why. She's fucking amazing. I really like her sound, like the fucking jazz sound. I texted my dad. I showed him to her to him, and he was like, damn, her and Michael Bublé need to make a song. I was like, that'd be tough. Anyways, I love you. Peace out. Go enjoy your day. Eat some fucking popcorn. Go watch a movie. Watch One Cut of the Dead. That shit's actually really good. I gave it a 5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Is it a 5 out of 5 movie? Probably not. But the first 30 minutes are ass, but once you get over the first 30 minutes, they're ass intentionally. So the movie ends up being really good. But I'll catch you. I love you. Bye-bye. Mwah.